So you join me on Lana'i with the Lana'i Cat Sanctuary with these guys, but I really wanted to do a couple of tech videos. I might be a bit late with this, but AMD had a few announcements the other week relating to their server processors.
What's your minimum specification? Well shucks, the cloud is here, but which cloud do you trust? Manage your infrastructure with Linode, the biggest independent cloud services provider. Linode offers double the database performance per dollar than the Big Four, and now enhances it further with new NVMe-backed block storage. Spin up a game server, website, personal VPN, or something more bespoke today with a free $100 60-day credit at linode.com/TechTechPotato.
So at AMD's data center event, we saw the first Milan-X CPU be discussed. Now Milan-X is going to be a chiplet with additional vcache. Standard chiplet has 8 cores and 32 megs of L3 cache. Add in the vcache, you get another 64 megabytes for a total of 96. That means on a full Milan-X processor you will have 64 cores, 768 megs of L3 cache, or in a dual socket system, that's 1.5 gigabytes. That's a lot of, that's a lot of cache. No mention of when it will be coming to Ryzen. We expect it was going to be production Q4 this year and then launch Q1 next year. Got CES around the corner. That's going to be likely announcement time frame, but hard to say still. One of the issues is that when you add vcache, it takes another 36 square millimeters of TSMC N7 wafer allocation, so you're essentially adding another 50% of TSMC N7 in your chip, and the prices aren't going to be plus 50%. Maybe for Milan-X they will, but not on the Ryzen side. Just to clarify, Milan-X is different to what AMD is calling Trento. Trento is what's going in the Frontier supercomputer with the MI200 series GPUs. That's one of US's first exascale systems. Trento is a very unique version specifically for that installation, and we think it's got a customized I/O die. It's Milan, same Zen 3, but with customized I/O die. AMD also at the same event gave us announced, I don't know what you call it, but basically next generation EPYC is Zen 4 on TSMC N5 called Genoa. We knew it was Genoa already. We kind of expected it to be Zen 4 already. We kind of expected it to be TSMC N5, 5 nanometer already. But what we were told is that we'll have 96 cores, PCIe 5, DDR5, and it's going to be socket compatible with a different sort of Zen 4 EPYC they're calling Bergamo, or Bergamo. This is what is really fun in the announcement. Bergamo is going to be using Zen 4 C cores, and by C they mean cloud optimized, so the core itself is smaller, and we're going to have up to 128 cores on a Bergamo CPU. Same socket as Genoa. That's going to be fun. It'd be interesting to hear what they've cut out from Zen 4 to make it a Zen 4C. We expect the same number of chiplets. What's that, 12 chiplets? But normally you'd have 12 chiplets, 8 cores per chiplet, that gives you 96. So how they're getting to 128 is either more cores per chiplet or more chiplets per CPU. Though if you go by some of the renders that they showcased at the event, yeah, we're not sure exactly what's going to go on there, but what's important here is that this is essentially what AMD's been saying about hybrid CPUs for a while. So we've been asking about hybrid CPUs obviously because Intel's doing them now, so obviously the question is whether AMD is going to have a competing product. What AMD has said is that their core is, you know, small and agile enough that they don't need a small core, they don't need an efficient core. So my expectation has always been exactly the same core, just 2 different types, one optimized for high performance, one optimized for high efficiency. Zen 4C could be that efficient core, though at the minute they're making it specifically for Bergamo, for EPYC. It is, you know, new masks, and so they are spending the upwards of $20 million just for Zen 4C, just for Bergamo. There must be a big customer who wants that, and enough that AMD wants to present about it. Now at the same event, We also saw MI250X, new, I want to keep saying Radeon Instinct, but no, it's just, you know, MI Instinct MI250X. We've got 2 compute dies in one GPU or one accelerator with 8 HBMs. I think the key important thing here is that it's FP64 performance. Now what that means is 64-bit floating point compute, which is the mainstay of traditional HPC applications. AMD's focusing on this because they're in Frontier. This is the GPU that's going into Frontier, but they're also after other HPC installations. Compare that to NVIDIA's A100. They're going for more the AI market, so FP64 performance doesn't really matter because the AI market tends to use FP32, FP16, bfloat 16, Int8, if you ever heard of any of these. That's what A100 goes after and really eschews the 64-bit floating point performance in favor of those AI workloads. Ponte Vecchio, on the other hand, by Intel, is another HPC floating point 64 GPU, and I'll put up the table I posted on Nantech here, but judging by the numbers, it kind of sounds like that the MI250X is going to be higher performance than Ponte Vecchio, which is really, really weird. AMD did say that the MI250X in Frontier is a 560 watt version. You know, this just means we're moving north of 400-500 watts per GPUs for HPC now. PCIe is still limited to 300 watts-ish, but that was kind of AMD's announcements. We're not going to likely get Genoa in to test until, I don't know, Q2, Q3 next year. And then Bergamo is another quarter or two after that. Whether we will actually get Bergamo into test will be a different matter because it's cloud optimized. They might only let us test it in the instance of a VM or an instance at AWS or at Google. Hey, that's my headphones you're biting. I know you want to play. If you haven't seen my videos on Lana'i Cat Sanctuary, or if I haven't put them up yet, there's 650 of them. I had to get a new t-shirt, but it's already covered in cat hair, it's already covered in drool. Stop biting, please. But it's great, this place, because you sit down and then you have 3 cats just lay on you. If you love your cats, this is the place to be. I just spent some time with the head, the CEO, I think he is, of the Cat Sanctuary, so I'll put that video up as well. But yeah, AMD and cats, what better combination is there? You know, comment down below.
If you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We also have now a private Discord server, and if you want access to that, become a Patreon member and it'll instantly add you as long as your emails are linked. You can join the Patreon for as little as $1.50 a month, and it all goes back into helping the channel. Thank you for your support.